Exactly, because it's 10 minutes.
Yeah. Let me see. Make sure this is the one I was going with. Okay.
Okay.
I can get this one click bigger. Let's go.
Yeah, this one
Wish I did that for the last one.
Yeah. I'd say up to this one to 15-minute limit. This actually requires some discussion of some of this.
Okay, we'll go 15 on it.
Yeah, 15 is still fine. It still fits in the margin.
All right, 15 minutes on the clock, Nick. Let's see. Of all the rebrands since, let's say, the pandemic started, how are we feeling about them? Let's get a tier list going.
All right.
We've got the Kansas City Monarchs, the Dockhounds, Railroaders, Otters, Goldeyes, Fairy Hawks, Honey Hunters, Counterclocks, Ghost Hounds, Dirty Birds, Vibes, Paddleheads, Range Riders of Jackalopes, Titans, and Yawls. Yes, we included new brands as rebrands. It's just new identity. We'll count it.
Yeah. Okay. Are we just ground rules off the bat? Only one in the S tier, or?
I'd stretch to 2, but it's got to be.
Right. But it really's got to be compelling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because really, there's only one that I think is an S tier, and I think we're going to agree with it.
Okay. Should we just start grabbing, or how are we feeling? I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Just because there's a lot of history behind it. They've done a really good job marketing it too. It's a really nice color scheme, having the cream over a white in there.
Yep.
The logo and the branding is all really solid.
And they've been thorough. That's the thing. It's not just like a merch sell. Sorry, not just like a merch push where and like, oh, we're the Negro League team, like get all this cool throwback Negro League merch. Like, no, like they are fully embracing it. I love that. They did a great job.
There's a full buy-in on it, and it seems like a community buy-in too, which makes it even better on top of it.
Yep, I agree.
So let's see, which one do you want to go to next, or just work right down the column?
I'm fine with just. You can go down the column. That's okay.
All right. So Dockhounds up next.
Dockhounds, I'm conflicted on because I kind of love the vibe. You know what's weird? I love the ballpark and the way it works in the brand. I don't know if we want to count that or not, but I love they have like the pontoon boat, like little like seating areas around the park. I think it's so cool.
That's cool too. I like it. Plus, it really builds on lake culture all the way around. Lake country over Womack, or however we pronounce that, is definitely a solid choice there. So I like that the colors are different too. Getting a purple in there, the teal. I like that. Using the dog's kind of been overdone.
Yeah, it's a little cartoony is my thing.
Yeah, overall, I kind of feel B tier for it.
I was going to go B tier as well. Yep, I'm with you. I think A is pushing. I think C is not. I think it's definitely better than C tier.
Yeah.
All right. I consider usually B like just about above average, right?
Yeah. Okay. I've definitely like final point on Dockhounds there.
Yep.
They're definitely a B tier, and I could see an argument to put them up or down a tier 2.
Yeah, I would entertain it. I think I'd entertain the C more than the A, but I do agree. Yeah. Right. So, how are you feeling about Cleveland? I really Cleveland kind of did theirs before I was super deep in like the Indy Ball stuff. I was still doing specifically American or Atlantic League, and I was still just starting with it. So, I'm not as familiar with it, but they had the nail logo.
Yeah, the railroad spike, which they still have the mascot too, which is kind of weird. They kept the mascot there. See, I like the old logo in the sense that it was different, right? Like it had different colors. It had kind of a different shade of blue. It had the orange in there. I like that old logo a lot. This one, like as you can kind of see, it's standard red, white, and blue. I like how the stitching on the baseball is like a train tracks. That's pretty cool. It's a nice little detail there. Plus the ring around the top part there.
Ring, kind of a vibe. I get that.
Yeah, I dig that. I like the font choice. It's pretty good there. It's just it feels kind of generic, right? And I get part of the deal was to build a little bit off like the Rangers identity right there in nearby Dallas. And part of the deal with the branding was like, oh, you're bringing in some better known players and people involved in it. John Ryan, the former punter, probably been the biggest of them all. So I think that's part of the appeal there. It just feels kind of generic. I get like Texas is big for Texans, but like as a general look, it feels kind of C tier to me.
Yeah, I do. I like having Texas in it partially because it is like it doesn't just say Texas. Like Cleveland is kind of one of those ones you're like, where the hell's Cleveland? Like it does identify like it's in Texas, but even the little star. But like, yeah, I feel like every aspect. I like all the aspects of the logo, but I also feel all of them have been done before by someone else. So I agree. I think C tier. I think it certainly isn't as good as the B tiers. I think D tier is way too cruel for that. I think C, you're right, exactly. So hey, look at this green so far.
Exactly. Although you should leave the logo bigger because everything's bigger in Texas.
Bigger. They're
really appeal to the Texan audience.
Give them like 3 seconds. And again, they're talking about independence and it's getting a little sketchy and about their own constitution. But that's a different conversation for today.
That's not for this show.
Yeah, oh no, it's a different one entirely.
There's a different show.
Ryan's Libertarian Corner.
Evansville.
Evansville. How do you feel about it? I definitely think it's a step up from what it was. I think that counts for something.
See, I'm not as convinced about that because
really,
it feels. As I said when they unveiled it, and I still hold to that now. It feels so Nick Jr. It really, and I get it. It's supposed to be cartoony. It's supposed to appeal to like younger fans and whatnot. That's where the merch is selling. But like, as someone in their mid-20s, I don't think I could see. Like, I kind of like that.
No, it's funny. I didn't have like the background of really that logo.
Yeah,
I like this one so much. I like the colors a lot. I'm about it.
See, it's the powder blue. I don't think like the baby blue. I'm not a big baby blue fan, so like that works against it for me.
I don't know if this one is going to be one we disagree. Well, here's my issue with Evansville.
Yeah.
They really don't use that color scheme in their jersey very much. They got like a dark blue. They have like the writing color, which I'm like, all right.
It does kind of defeat the purpose of it.
A little bit.
You know what? And when you just use the font like it is with those colors, especially because the Midwest will appreciate this, it screams Culver's to me.
I'll allow that. Yeah, fair enough.
So like personally, I put it in D, but like I know you like it, so I'd be willing to compromise on it.
I'd be willing to go C on that.
Okay. Yeah, I could live with C.
Okay.
I could live with C.
All right, we'll drop it down. How are we doing? Not well on time, tell you that much.
We got 8 minutes.
8 minutes. Oh God. Okay.
8 minutes. So this is part 1 of 2.
Yeah. Oh God.
Winnipeg. See, here's the thing. The old logo definitely was very 90s, right? Like there's no argument there.
No.
But it was very, like, oh, that's Winnipeg. This is just a weird logo, man. Like I get that there's like a stylized G in there and you got the gold eye with like the gold ring for an eye. I get it. I get the whole point with it. I just don't really like it. It doesn't look like a baseball logo. The jerseys are better. I will say that. But like that's not good either. Like let's be clear. The W logo is not good. It's very 90s. But like, and also the ultra realistic gold eye fish, maybe not great, but like just because you go from like horrendous to like not good does not make it like great. Now if we're ranking like I guess going from -5 to 0 as like, oh well, that's 5, give it points for that, then yeah, it should be higher up. But as far as like the quality of the design itself, I don't know, man. I don't know about it.
Yeah, I'm doing like a quick pass, like trying to find like the meaning behind it. But like essentially, in my view, I like a basic logo like that. I like the vibe of it, like old school, like kind of it seems traditional when it's traditional. When you roll it out as a new thing and it has like a traditional sort of plain vibe to it, that's where I'm like, oh, I don't really know. Yeah. And my hot take, I don't hate that weird Winnipeg, the old Winnipeg logo, because mainly just because that had been around. Like, I don't know. I'm fine with I'm okay. If it's weird, you can lean into it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, there's a retro vibe to it.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of throwback thing. So
yeah. All right, we're dropping it.
I honestly I feel bad saying D, but like I'm not against that.
I was gonna say D. I was gonna say D as well.
Give it the D.
All right. Bro, we are nowhere near this. We're like 2/3 through time and like a third of the way through these. Oh no. Okay. What is the next category here?
I just knock out those Pioneer League teams real quick.
Absolutely. How are you feeling about the vibes?
A tier.
A tier.
Yeah. Big upgrade. I love the jerseys are phenomenal, and also the color scheme with it is great. And I like how they got the little C there. That's got the Colorado C and Rocky.
Just today, I was showing that off to someone who's not a baseball fan. They were so into it. They did a good job.
Paddlehead, same thing. Put it in A.
I think so as well.
Like Offspring or wherever they were.
Yeah.
One thing that'd be better than Paddleheads would be if they went to Timberjacks, which I think they should do more regularly. I love those jerseys and that logo.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Glacier. Really good brands in the Pioneer, by the way.
Yeah. Glacier, I feel like this is kind of a B tier for me, solely because like the logo again is a little cartoony for me.
Yeah.
A little too Yogi Bear, but I do like that they incorporated the park name into it more than just Kalispell. Because the order to win Kalispell, you need a different name.
Very good job with that one. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. The one thing I'll give them is their merch is really good. They have really like unique style of merch. It's almost like outdoor wear. That's very cool. But I do think B,
which builds on the glacier thing too. It builds on the national park thing too.
Exactly
so
right. I like it.
Good too. Like
I'm all in on a B on that one. And then Jackalopes.
Jackalopes is solid. It's definitely an upgrade from Rockies. I hesitate to put it in A, but it's either high B or low A.
I feel pretty comfortable putting it in A.
Okay, yeah, I won't fight that. I won't fight that.
Okay, where to now? I made up some time. We got about 4.5 minutes to nail these.
This is why I told you got to do 15 for this. Got to do 15 for this.
I know. I'm so glad you did. Good God.
Yeah. Should have said 20. I guess knock out. We got what? One Frontier League team, 2 Frontier League teams. Let's knock those out, and then we'll finish with the Atlantic. Titans.
Yeah.
Titans. I didn't like it at first. It got that. What's the Looney Tune characters that looks like that? You know what I'm talking about. The giant.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not gonna get a name for you, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a mixture of that dude and like a Lucky Rabbit's foot. That's what the Titan looks like. I don't hate it. It's kind of generic. It's fine. You know, like C tier. It doesn't really move the needle for me either way.
Yeah, it did feel. I don't necessarily understand where and maybe there's a story I don't get, but like the Titans thing, it's like okay, I guess. It just feels a lot like sorry, Canada. It feels a lot like your foreign friend trying to like read the room and be like, oh, we're making team names. The Titans, that's a team name, and you're like, okay, but why? And they're like, because I saw it.
It's like an early aughts sports video game where you could create a team, but you had to pick from a team name list.
Yes. Yeah, that is it. Even down to the logo, to be honest.
Yeah. Like that. It's NHL 04 create a team.
Yeah, man. That's
the vibe. And like it's fine, but like could have done better, especially with the time you had to do it.
Yep. Okay. Where are you feeling?
Y'all's. For Titans C.
Yeah. I'm cool with C. I've got a y'all's hot take, gonna be honest. Rebrand is good. I like the tremendous job naming the team. Really good work. The name, people like the logo. I think people just like the colors because the logo is just the writing, and I don't think it's anything special. And I think the logo should have incorporated the
water tower.
The water tower. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, that said, it's a good rebrand. You know, it is very good. I think the logo just downgrades it in my mind a little bit.
Making the water tower part of the Y or part of the L would have really helped.
I know, it's right there. You have so many options. Made like the 2 L's, like the stripes and water tower, whatever.
Yeah.
Anywho, but yeah, I don't know where you're from. I'm thinking maybe B.
Yeah, I could go B on it. I think the jerseys are pretty solid. The pinstripe, they have some really good custom ones.
Very good.
Yeah, like I own the Hockey Night one version of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's pretty solid. I like that. The secondary logos are pretty good too. So I definitely give props for that. I give it B tier.
Okay. Yeah. B tier. All right, we got less than 2 minutes to these last 5
teams. God, and I have thoughts about all of them too.
I know. Okay, good God. All right, Dirty Birds.
Dirty Birds, C or B. C or B. It's a little too cartoony. I like the Dirty Birds thing. It plays for West Virginia, despite regional differences about Cole. But
sure.
And still, if it's the aesthetic, it's good for kids. It just feels like it should be in a coloring book.
Yeah, I'm stuck between B and C on this one too.
I lean more C than B, to be honest.
I was leaning C as well. I wasn't sure if that was too harsh. It kind of had me rethinking. Okay. No. Ghost Towns.
Oh God, the newest one that inspired this. Honestly, the logo doesn't move me. The colors are nice. It's different. Team name was the best of all the options given. The jerseys are okay. I like the Spire City thing. I get same thing as Charleston, C or B. I could go either way.
It just feels incomplete. Like the jerseys don't feel special. Even those jerseys they rolled out on the first game, it just felt like it was halfway done. It was very weird.
That's what we're waiting for.
Speaking of halfway done, counterclocks.
I love the logo you have on the screen. That one I love. And if that was the primary and that's what they ran with, and the alternates that have that logo with the primaries, I would say, oh, that's a B.
Yep.
Because the team name's not great, but like it is what it is. The C logo's stupid. It's generic. The logo that sucks, as well as the jerseys that go with that logo. Terrible.
Are we calling that the primary then? Probably
yeah,
should.
honestly, I call that the
That's
primary. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And rocking with that primary, it's a D, to be quite honest.
It's a D as well. Yep, 100%. Yeah. I think even with the other one, it was a D. Oh, 6 seconds. Gastonia.
Gastonia, B. It grew on me a lot. I like Honey Hunters. It's a good color scheme. Fairy Hawks, given that dismissed the time.
We failed. Well, in overtime, how do you feel about Fairy Hawks?
Extra innings, please. It's baseball.
Fair play.
But for Fairy Hawks, I'd probably go C or B.
Yeah, I've liked it more over time.
Yeah, it's growing on me. That's the thing. Like at first, I didn't love it, and I forget what some of the other options were. I think Green Belchers was one. I thought you could do something really kind of cool with that. Like I was thinking kind of like Green Knight kind of vibes. But yeah, it felt like that was kind of a missed opportunity to do something special. But I do get it. Fairy Hawks plays on Staten Island Ferry, which is a big thing. A logo probably could have done a little bit more, but overall, I think it's solid. It grows over time, kind of like Gastonia, actually. So like, I could see a B or a C. I wouldn't be upset with either or. Yeah,
my thing is if they were good, like if they were competing for like the division, I feel like we would have liked it more in a weird way. Like we would have seen it in a more like respected light, like kind of like, oh, great rebound, like good vibe. I don't know. I think on any rebrand on a team that's struggling looks a little more amateurish in your head.
Yeah, that's true. And also keep in mind, they didn't have the jerseys for the first few games.
Oh my God, that's right.
Remember that? That's a strike against you.
Oh my God. We're going to say execution.
Yeah, and also it feels like you could have had a nice like orange jersey in there too. You could have done something daring with it too.
Yes, I agree completely.
And they didn't do that.
They're one.
Although the whites are clean. The whites are clean.
Yeah. You put Gastonia at B. What were your thoughts on that one?
Oh yeah, circle back to that one. Honestly, it kind of grew on me over time. I like the Honey Hunter head. I'm not thrilled with the wording on the bottom, but if you take out the wording, I think it's solid. The word mark even looks pretty good, to be honest with you, just not combined, obviously. Jersey wise, I like the black jerseys. I think they're really nice. The whites are so-so. I'd like to see them get daring with like an alt jersey, go either yellow or orange. I think they could really get something cool there, maybe with the G logo. That could be something cool there. But overall, I kind of like it. The only thing I will say is, at a quick glance, it kind of looks more like a skunk than a badger.
Yep, I agree. That aspect and the separate writing from the actual logo has me more putting it in my head as a C. But what does bring it up is they use that honeycomb pattern really cool, and I think they should put that in a jersey a little more prominently. But like, that is a good vibe. They've done that well, and I think they got some cool merch.
Yeah, even that on a hat would be really cool too.
Yeah, so I think that's there. I think B is about the right fit for that. Last question before we wrap this thing up because we're already over.
Yeah.
Winnipeg and Lexington, the two Ds. We have an F. If one had to be an F, Counterclocks. Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Okay.
It's just not good. Which last point, I guess, Stoney, because it just came to my mind. I'd love to see a City Connect jersey with their thing.
Oh yeah, man. Like there's that merch brand they use, like Gas House, is kind of sick.
Yeah,
kind of a good vibe.
That could definitely work too. Because York kind of has a City Connect version.
Love their City Connect jersey. York does with the skyline. Very cool.
Yeah, like there could definitely be. Honestly, that should be something that all the teams are doing.
But yeah, well, maybe not in the Pioneer League.
That's a different discussion. Oh, Pioneer League's a whole other ball game.
Skylines are just grain towers.
Everything's just mountains.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Every time they wear it, that goes to donating to the old grain tower tragedy. On that note,
molasses flight killed everybody.
Man. And I think on that note, that's where with those tremendous branding ideas, I think that we're called on that one. That is our attempt in 15 minutes to rank all of the rebrands in Indy Ball. I'm Ryan. He's Nick. He's on Indy Ball Pod, Indy Ball Report, Indy Ball Pod on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm Ryan from Indy Ball Nation. Have a good one.
I may not have a lot, but I love what I got. A 4x4 and a good fishing spot. I hope this time my card won't decline.